Bro, I swear, villains are so boring these days. It's just a bunch of whiny dudes throwing temper tantrums. These are actually alpha males. You're just not enough of a sigma to appreciate them. When it comes to villains, the most iconic ones always stand out. Emperor Palpatine, Darkseid, Thanos, the GOATs. These villains, despite being unique in all kinds of different ways, have some things in common. Firstly being, they're absolutely awesome, but they're also completely devoted to their goal, letting nothing stand in their way, and they mastermind these operations for years relentlessly. These traits also apply to the subject of today's video. One of, if not the most iconic Marvel character and the absolute GOAT. Let me introduce you to Doctor Doom. Hey man, thanks for the cool introduction. And now I shall unveil my new evil plan. Thanks to my brand new invention, you all will be under my rule. Sorry, I'm literally dying. Bro, what the fuck? Doctor Doom literally just died. Now Doctor Doom needs absolutely no introduction, but come on, I'd be hard-pressed not to give him one. Doctor Doom is an absolute unit of a character. Firstly, he is a master of the mystic arts and a technological and scientific genius. He's one of the most intelligent people in the Marvel comic, said to have a brain running at the speed of a supercomputer. Not only this, he is the king of Latveria and just all around one of the most feared characters in the Marvel Comics universe. In fact, Thanos is known to keep him under constant surveillance because of how major of a threat he is. If you couldn't tell already, Doctor Doom is my favorite character in basically all of fiction. But in today's video, I would like to provide my argument for why I think he is the best villain. Let's begin. Every villain needs a good motivation. Thanos has a weird obsession with wiping out half of life. Darkseid wants to control everybody in the universe. Palpatine just fucking hates the Jedi and wants to be a douche. Like, what? Doctor Doom is no different, and he wants to rule the world. Now, unlike these other villains, it's not for some vengeful or evil reason. No, Doctor Doom wants to rule the world because he believes that he can save it. Yes, with his absolutely massive ego, mind you, he thinks that he can solve all of the world's problems. Economy, political corruption, hunger, crime, you name it. And if you think this is ridiculous or unrealistic, you'd be wrong. In the Emperor Doom comic, Doctor Doom achieves his goal. And to briefly recap the story, it goes like this. Doctor Doom enslaves a villain known as the Purple Man who can control people's minds. He puts him in a prism contraption and forces him to control the minds of everyone on Earth. Then, he uses this mind control to be made ruler of the world. He reduces crime to a pulp, increases employment, literacy, and the economy thrives under his rule. The only person unaffected by this was Wonder Man. He saw that Doom indeed accomplished his goals, but he also saw that with the mind control, people on Earth didn't have free will. Once he realized this, he set out to snap the Avengers out of the mind control and stop Doctor Doom. This storyline shows that Doctor Doom can accomplish his goals, but if you need more proof, look no further than the country of Latveria. Doctor Doom is the king, or more like dictator, of Latveria. Not only do the people of Latveria love him, the place is absolutely flourishing, with high literacy and employment rates, low cost of living, and low crime rates. I guess you don't really want to commit crimes when this is the ruler. Give me all your money, little bro. No, please, I have a family and stuff. Damn, womp womp, to be honest. Nah, bro, you're actually cooked. Doctor Doom's main motivation isn't even evil at all. In fact, it's almost heroic in a way. The reason why he's a villain is because of the way he goes about these goals. He genuinely has the most fuck it we ball mentality and could not give less of a shit about morality or other people. And that's just so awesome to me. Doctor Doom will let absolutely nobody stand in the way of his goals, even if it means taking away the free will of the entire human race. Now, he does have other motivations for his evil doing, of course. In typical supervillain fashion, he has the most baseless grudge of all time and just dedicates his life to hating that person. In this case, he blames Reed Richards for a scientific experiment that went horribly wrong and horribly disfigured his face. And I mean, you can be mad, but do you have to force him to kill his best friend, bro? Really? Not only this, Doctor Doom is just the pettiest dude I've ever seen. In one comic, he meets an alternative version of Victor Von Doom who was not scarred in an accident and has everything. He has made scientific achievements, respect, and even has a wife and family. Dr. Doom even is tearful because of how jealous he is. But this perfect version of Victor Von Doom tells him that he needs to forgive Reed Richards and change, and he almost considers it before he tells him that the suit is ridiculous. And then Dr. Doom literally just kills him and then steals his nullifier ray and deletes his entire universe. I've seen some petty stuff, but this is next level. Actually crazy. Bro, okay, I'm not a fashion expert or anything, but I got some fire fits. Wait, fuck, wrong image. This is me. When you heard me, this is who you were hurting. What were you talking about again? Alright. Dr. Doom's character design is absolute peak. I mean, look at this guy. So amazingly crafted, so delicate, so handsome, so delectable. Wait. Everything about Dr. Doom's design just screams badass to me. His presence throughout the comics is always commanding and intimidating. He truly feels like a threat. His main color is green, which might just be my favorite color, but I'm not biased or anything, trust me. And the green really complements his design so well. And the suit is just freaking awesome. I mean, look at this. Wait. Metal suit, plated armor, eye slits. Fuck. He's a knight, bro! Either way, this character design is just so iconic. It's definitely one of my favorite designs in Marvel, along with Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Deadpool. Still, it doesn't beat my drip. Bro, okay, let me tell you, when it comes to powers, Dr. Doom is an absolute unit. Bro genuinely chose all paths in the skill tree. Firstly, he is a master of the mystic arts, comparable to the likes of Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. Some versions of Dr. Doom even depict his magic forces as stronger than the Phoenix Force in Power Cosmic. But, the modern power scaling in comics is kinda broken, so let's just ignore that. Just for reference of his magic skill level, he was a top 5 runner-up for the Sorcerer Supreme after Doctor Strange lost his magic. He can do some crazy stuff like shoot lightning and nuclear energy beams from his hands, create small lightning storms and open portals. His magic blasters are even able to knock out the Hulk. Not only that, he is also a technological and scientific genius comparable to the likes of Reed Richards and Iron Man. And like I said earlier, he has a brain that runs at the speed of a supercomputer. Basically, this dude is smart as fuck. While never been officially shown to have a doctorate, there's a pretty plausible theory he has them. In the latest episode of Infamous Iron Man, he meets Ironheart in the ruins of his castle and she asks him if he's really a Dr. Doom. He says, "You'll have to sift through the rubble, but I think my doctorates are around here somewhere." I think it should be taken seriously when he's telling other people he is. Certainly, he has the working knowledge of a doctorate in any number of sciences. He would have had access to his country's university as well as any number of online courses, so he could probably almost do it in his spare time. He has no doubt several doctors then. They may be honorary or not, and we don't know. But he is a genius in several fields. If you know the character, it's completely beneath him to lie about something so petty. Moreover, his ego is so huge, it's unbelievable that he let a little thing like being expelled from one university prevent him from getting the doctorate he wanted. The real clincher is the relationship between Reed and Doom. If he is faking it, Stickler Reed would both know about it and call him out on it fairly regularly. Does he? No. Take what you want from that since it's not official. Anyway, he's not only on the same level as Iron Man in terms of genius, but arguably above. To prove this, bro, take a look at his absolutely stacked armor. Firstly, his suit gives him flight and can vacuum seal for space travel. It's also nearly indestructible, being able to take hits from super heavy hitters like Hulk, Thor, and Sentry. It's even tanked blasts from the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. It's even theorized to be stronger than the plot armor of Batman. Not only that, it gives enhanced super strength and speed and can deflect some crazy magic and energy attacks. The lens eyes can be used as telescopes, and the armor itself has highly advanced sensors that can detect a magic attack milliseconds before the beams are launched, allowing him to easily dodge it. That's not even to mention all of his crazy gadgets. They would take forever to recover, but by far the most overpowered one is his force field. Bro, Just to show you how ridiculously powerful this thing is, it was able to deflect the raw energy attacks from not one, but 2 Celestials. If you don't know what Celestials are, they're basically the creators of world and life in the Marvel Comics. Basically, Galactus is a Celestial for reference. That's not even to mention his teleporter technology, which, combined with the precognition sensors, allows him to dodge almost any attack. But if you think that's all, you're wrong. Dr. Doom has an indomitable will, which makes him dead set on his goals and unchangeable in his ways. Characters like Emma Frost were completely unable to probe his mind, and he has resisted mind control on multiple accounts. He's also a master of combat of many forms, including swordsmanship and martial arts. All of this skill makes him an insanely stacked character and a terrifying enemy. The craziest thing is that Doom never backs down from a fight, not even once, even when they're way out of his skill class. Dr. Doom has taken on Galactus and even won in one encounter, as well as Thanos, multiple other Celestials, the Avengers, the X-Men. I could go on. That's not even to mention how Doom is the master of prep time. Combining all of these skills and his insane paranoia, he's bound to beat almost any enemy if he wanted to. In fact, I looked up a bunch of Dr. Doom who would win when I was researching this video, and in basically every single one with prep time, he won. But out of all of his powers, his ego has got to be the most insane. If his ego was a planet, it would give Galactus indigestion. But honestly, can you really deny that he earned it? Dr. Doom is the master of both science/technology and magic. Not only does he absolutely dominate these two fields, only being rivaled by the likes of Reed Richards and Doctor Strange, but it's when he combines these two that he becomes absolutely menacing. Imagine all of the crazy powers I just listed mixed together, and you'll fully grasp the true power of Dr. Doom, a genuine cosmic threat and a force to be reckoned with. This alone is already enough to prove why he is my favorite character. But why do I think that he is the best villain? Well, let's cover that next. Dr. Doom is completely unique amongst villains in my opinion. Not only because of his insane arsenal of powers, but also his very unique characteristics. He's a ruler of a flourishing country, dead set on his goals and the lovable fuck it we ball mindset. There's just so much about his presence and behavior that makes him so intimidating and powerful. Dr. Doom is also completely his own man. He has no loyalties to any heroes or villains and will basically do whatever he wants. His character is just extremely iconic and memorable in every instance that he shows up. Just like I said when discussing motivations, it's not really his big goal that's evil, it's just the way he goes about it and refusing to let empathy get in the way of his goals. I also just really like his designs and powers so much. They make him so freaking cool. Not to mention his name, Dr. Doom, is just awesome as hell and iconic.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Dr. Doom is rightfully very appreciated. In fact, one of my favorite artists of all times made an entire identity and career around him, MF Doom. This is a bit off topic, but if you like hip hop, this dude's music is absolute peak. I highly recommend checking it out. Now obviously I'm not trying to say there's an objectively best villain. That's dumb because everybody's entitled to their own viewpoints. So I'd love for anybody watching to share their favorite villain and why. To finish off this crazy glazing session of the man Doom himself, I want to talk about my favorite variant of Dr. Doom. God Emperor Doom is not only the most powerful Dr. Doom variant, but in terms of power scaling is technically the second most powerful character in all of Marvel Comics. Whew! God Emperor Doom is the main character of the Secret Wars comic line, and to briefly recap the story, multiple universes have collided, resulting in releasing of a whole bunch of different characters, including the Beyonders, who are insanely powerful. They killed the Living Tribunal. Dr. Doom and multiple variants of Molecule Man basically stole the powers of the Beyonders and made Dr. Doom a god. To fix the universal incursion, Dr. Doom created a brand new planet called Battleworld and essentially rewrote everyone's memories to him being the god of creation and life. He also switched into these absolutely badass white robes which complement him just as well as the green. And to recap some of this guy's absolutely insane feats, he turned Human Torch into a sun for Battleworld and the Thing into an indestructible wall. Thanos challenged his ruling and even talked some crazy shit to him, And you know how Doom reacted to this? He reached into Thanos and ripped his fucking skeleton out, turning him into ash. He also took on T'Challa and the Infinity Gauntlet and completely squad wiped him. He has also permanently killed Doctor Strange, who is not only the Sorcerer Supreme and the Master of the Mystic Arts, but also imbued with the full power of the Black Priests, who are nearly indestructible and able to reorganize their own atomic structure and regenerate, and has reformed after blasts with Iron Man's repulsors, the power cosmic, and the quasi-sonic voice of Black Bolt. Basically, if you don't understand any of that, he destroyed Doctor Strange at a subatomic level effortlessly. This version of Doom is just ridiculously powerful and even more awesome. I just wanted to share this variant. Hi, I'm Stumped. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you didn't notice, this is my first ever video on this channel. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing to help me grow and maybe even share it with a friend. It would really mean the world to me. If anyone has any corrections to point out about Dr. Doom, and I know I stuttered and mispronounced a few things throughout the video, or has anything to add, please feel free to do so in the comments. Peace.